The TWA sidestep is a pretty advanced pedal right out of the gate. For one thing, it doesn't make any sound on its own. It's an effect you use to control other effects. It's kind of like a programmable expression pedal, and I'll explain what that means in a minute. But the real point of this video is that I'm going to show you 5 sounds you can get with the sidestep that are extremely cool and probably impossible to get any other way. We're going to look at 5 other types of pedals that have been around for a long time, combine them with the sidestep, and reinvent them in the process. First, let's just go over what the sidestep is. Basically, it's a fancy expression pedal. Now, what is an expression pedal? An expression pedal is something you use to control the knobs on one of your other effects. So instead of bending over and turning the knob with your hand like an asshole, you can control it with your foot by rocking an expression pedal, which will then magically turn the knob for you. The sidestep is the same thing, but you're not even using your foot anymore. Instead, the sidestep is basically an expression pedal that's moving by itself all the time, but you control how fast it moves and also the wave shape it uses while it's moving. Why would you ever want to do that? Well, the sidestep can move at speeds your foot could never move, and it can also move in ways your foot could never move. For instance, the sidestep can move randomly, and you better believe random is going to become a key feature the deeper we get into this video. Okay, for the first pro tip, we're going to use the sidestep with ring modulation. Ring mod by itself on 100% can be pretty gnarly. Can be hard to use in a way that's not atonal, but most ring modulators have mix control. So the first pro tip here is to set up the sidestep to continuously mix ring modulation in and out while you're playing. That way it never overtakes what you're doing, but there will be this new sort of weird thing coming in and out of focus while you're playing. Here's me doing a solo with that. For the next example, we're using the sidestep with my old favorite, the Boss PS-6 Harmonist. It's a pitch shifter, and the pitch shift is set to be a perfect fifth. And the sidestep is set to trigger that abruptly with a square wave. So it's sort of like when the sidestep kicks in, it's adding a chord change to the chord I'm already playing, kind of like a songwriting partner. For pro tip number 3, we're going to unleash random for the first time. In this case, we're using the sidestep to randomly change the tap division of a tremolo pedal. For this to work, you need a tremolo that can take expression pedals and can let you change the tap division with them. The cool thing about doing this is that everything that happens will be in time, because the sidestep is not changing the tempo of the tremolo. It's changing how the tremolo decides to play within the tempo, but it's doing that randomly. So there's going to be a bunch of really funky rhythms that come out as a result, all of which will be in time. For pro tip number 4, we're going to use the sidestep with delay. Specifically, we're going to use the sidestep to change the delay time, creating a chorus effect in the process. Now, a lot of delay effects can already do this by themselves, so what's the big deal? Well, if you use the sidestep, you can create a chorus with a random LFO. So instead of having the familiar swirl, this chorus will have a weird flickering quality. There's a lot of good sounding chorus pedals out there, but off the top of my head, I'm not aware of any that use a random LFO. So doing this with the sidestep is one way to get a nice sounding chorus that's also a little strange and otherworldly. For the last pro tip, I'm using the sidestep with the phaser in the Strymon Mobius, and I'm using it to randomly change how many stages of phasing are being used. Every time that number changes, there's a difference you can hear, but it's a difference that's hard to put your finger on, and so the effect is cool for that reason. But not only that, the sidestep also has a tap tempo control, so you can use that to match this effect to the tempo of the song you're playing, and that way it'll become part of the rhythm. Here's me using that on single notes.